The Los Angeles Coliseum, once home to the Olympic Games and many of the most memorable moments in sports, and also home to the USC Trojans, who are prepared to fight on once again today. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. So the USC Trojans offense will have the first possession of the game. So much history and pageantry in this rivalry, guys, but the trophy, the jeweled shillelagh, is a little bit under the radar.
It is. It's beautiful to look at, but I think people are always just focused on these two blue blood programs. Notre Dame, USC. This is interconference, national championship, and Heisman implications seemingly always on the line late in the year when these two teams play.
Always so cool, coast to coast. Something matters, something on the line. You're right, this game is always fun to watch. The jeweled shillelagh.
Fast motion from the offense. On the run, it's O'Neal. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. They give it to him again. Slips one guy, now he's loose. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Trojans are in the hurry-up. For all of the star quality that USC has been built on, good offensive line, strong running game has always been a hallmark.
No doubt about it. I think they're built on, the passing game and explosive playmakers out wide, but they've always had that balance in USC. You got to have a little bit of the boring to go with the glitz and the glamour.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Leaves it with the running back. Can't get him to the ground. Cross-country rivalry between these old foes. It started because Newt Rockne's wife wanted to go to California late in the season, and the next chapter unfolds today.
That sounds perfect. If my wife wanted to do it, it's the same thing I would do. Happy wife, happy life. It's always interesting to hear how these rivalry trophies come about, but I know one thing. USC, Notre Dame, every year, Palmer, is appointment television.
It is. My brother Billy played for Notre Dame, and I'll be honest, I used to get jealous watching him play against the Trojans, whether it was at Coliseum or whether it was at Notre Dame. This is one of the best rivalries in all of college football, and one that I wish I could have been a part of.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense comes out first time they've had the ball today. And this figures to be just a tremendous matchup of big play receivers, Jesse.
And because of their skills, Reese, you're going to see all types of ways of how they use them, right? They're going to throw it to them, they'll throw screens, they'll get jet sweeps. Get these guys as many touches as you can.
And the good thing is, if you're a defense, you're used to it. You see this guy in practice every day. Now you're seeing another guy that's elite. Which defense can rise to the challenge and get a few stops and maybe nullify the playmaker?
Got his man quickly. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. There have been many memorable games in this
years, and they want to get there consistently. To do that, they've got to win rivalry games like this. You're going to play a big-time opponent like USC with all of that talent and that coaching staff. You're going to have to play at a very high level. Last year, David, they put the stomp down on the Trojans.
They did. They used that big shillelagh and laid the hammer and took care of business. And you've seen Notre Dame, have these years now where they've had really good seasons, but we want to see them build on it, do multiple good seasons in a row. That means beating your rival, beating USC consistently. Let's see what the Irish have today.
That's caught. It's locked. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. This crowd, spinning the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. With the catch, it's Price. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
Great job by the running back here on that third down catch. There was no wasted movement. As soon as he got the ball in his hands, he turned around and he got upfield. That's what you got to do. You've got to be decisive on these third down type plays to move the stakes.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. It's Leonard. It's complete on the right side. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And that'll be enough to give Notre Dame a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on first down. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Power football with the run. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job on the defense. You can tell they're focused on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. They're not into threes. They want 6s, and to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on 4th. Headed to the end zone, and he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Irish!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't.
And the ball is intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel. Extra DB. You've got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
By the running back. Across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Coach is always hard about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Back to throw, it's Leonard. They're bringing heat. Working that left side now. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. On first down from the 13-yard line. He wants to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Motion from the offense. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. They could have used a little bit more there and picked up a 3. It's 3rd and 7. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Just drives it between the uprights. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last one. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. If they're going to get anything going on this drive, they better be productive here on 2nd and long from the 10. Grab behind the line. It's 4. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Got his man running toward the tape. He's got the sideline going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. The Trojans want to move quickly. They'll throw it from the red zone. A strike downfield. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with the first down. And the Trojans are flying down the field. Trying to punch it in. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're...
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, USC!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. We're taking shots, and we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him.
Got a little room. Oh, returns like that just swing the momentum. Oh! The house. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to...
Deep shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
The This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
To their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And I love working the slot receivers, and you see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
The Trojans get the first down.
Hey, I really love the way this guy looks in his token rock. Think about all the high school kids out there who dream about one day donning a USC jersey and being the starting running back for the Trojans. There's so much competition, not just in the state of California, but now. To come to this school and be the guy, to be RB1. He's on the field for a reason. This guy is unique. He's got speed and vision. What a weapon.
They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31. This rivalry nearly 100 years old now, guys, dating back to when Newt Rockne had made the Irish a power and Howard Jones had done the same for the Trojans.
So many names.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance. Cut into this lead before the break. And the Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
It's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing.
Yeah, you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Quickly out to the tight end. This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
You know, what's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
That's caught. It's Thomas. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Sends it downfield. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, passing.
They're a perfect 2 for 2 on fourth down. They'll go for the hat trick. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? Here comes the offense on first down. They'll start this drive with a pass. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is intercepted.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. Already in this game, he's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Here come the Irish back on offense. Based on this field position, Jesse, they need to get something on the board before the half. Looking for the end zone. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, the game plan's been pretty simple offensively, right? They are taking shots and they're being aggressive, throwing it down the field. This guy's already got 2 touchdown passes.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The D thinking bring some heat on third and long from the 44. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And the defense is swarming to keep them from getting to the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Gonna take a shot. And he makes the catch inside the 15. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, think of all the legendary players who've been a part of this game. And we have a few more vying for that status so far today in an always emotional fight for the Jules Shillelagh League. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the battle between USC and Notre Dame plays out.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, and you're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. To the air. It's Leonard. Looking for a deep man. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Makes a move. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Fires to the big fella. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground cover to pick up the first.
I tell you, when we've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, making it an easy completion.
The Trojans will hustle to the line. To the ground to try to move the chains. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. Grabbed behind the line, it's Branch. He's off to the races. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. First and goal. And the Trojans are rolling down the field. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Trojans!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Wide open downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Finds his man. It's Thomas.
Great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he could see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Dragged down at the 46 after a pickup of 5 and the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Quickly complete. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a second down. Movement here from the tight end. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Unloads to the... What a snag by the defense. And he's wrapped up after a...
Most defenses are lucky if they have one good cover corner. Fewer are lucky if you have two. They've got 3 DBs, 3 corners that can play at the same time in their nickel package that they feel can go mano-a-mano with anyone in the country. And you saw it on that last play from the Wolves.
And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Ball down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. First and 10 from the 39. He's looking to throw it. That's caught. It's 4. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. Off play action. Throws to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. They'll try the run. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Southern Cal. They take the lead with the 6.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it, put his foot in the ground, and that was paid.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Coming out with it, it's 4. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He finds his man. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. Looking at a 2nd and short now. They want to run it left here. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Holding, open.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He fires one deep over the middle. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. This should be the last play of the quarter. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Pulls it in. It's Thomas. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. A quick timeout called by the kicking team here. It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. 1st down.
He wants to throw it again. He'll take the deep shot. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
So what defense am I going to?
Unloads it downfield. And he holds it in at the 25. Touchdown, Notre Dame. And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
The give from the gun. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
You'll take 4 yards on 1st.
Harry is the run.
2nd and 6.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game.
Lost one deep down the right side. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game.
change everything, and that was a throw that the quarterback wishes he could have back.
And there were no creases or crevices. And they shove him out of bounds. Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for second down.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
From the gun, running back gets the give.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. A little screen to the running back. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
Quick strike complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. This offense has a second down play. They'll leave it with him. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22. They not only have to deal with this defense, but the noise from this crowd on 3rd and 4. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down.
These are the big decisions you have to make in a football game. How confident are you in your defense? That's all this decision comes down to. If I kick a field goal and I trust my defense, that's how this game could end. Or do I want to roll the dice because I don't believe in my defense?
Going for it on 4th down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. Well, jet sweep pass. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down. This defense has to hold it right where it is. Score tied late in the game. He leaves it with his back. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. Offense gets set for second down. To the air, it's Fox. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense. And 4th down is coming up. And the Trojans will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. Here come the Irish back on offense. Going up top on 1st down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there like that.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants to go deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He's got great speed. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. First down for the offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Got it in the middle, it's Branch. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Looking to move it through the air. Makes his connection. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Going for it all. And he makes the catch inside the 10. Defense makes the stop, and the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. Guys, this is the kind of finish we hope for. Tie game. Offense with a chance to grab the lead in the waning moments. Around the corner, it's O'Neal. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. If they can get it into the end zone here, they can really turn up the heat in this one. Third and goal. Out of the gun to give to the back. Touchdown, Trojans! And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead.
And how about this offense, man? They knew they needed to execute. Great play calling, great drive, put it together. Now you got a chance to go up by 7 late in this ball game and then let your defense go on the field and seal it for them.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. To the air on first down. He's going up top here late in the game. Deep down the right side. What great concentration to stay in bounds and make the catch. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it first and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. He'll take a shot. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
Late in the game, they've got the lead. They know the opponent's going to throw the football to all areas of the field. That time in the middle, he was right there, almost came away with that interception.
Back to throw, it's Leonard. Feeling some heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Pocket starts to collapse. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Great job of timing the blitz and calling it at a perfect moment when the offense was going to drop back and throw. They're able to get to him and hit him. They don't get the sack, but they do affect his accuracy and it falls incomplete.
Fires toward the end zone. And the pass is caught for a
And I still got it.
We could be headed to overtime.
Man, you did the hard part. What a drive. Put
You know
points
what?
together, getting 6.
I don't
now,
care.
what are you
I
going to do?
don't care.
Decision time. Do you want to go
Oh,
for the win right now? Go for the 2-point
Come
conversion?
on.
Or kick this thing and go into overtime with seconds running down on the clock?
We're not going to overtime. We're not. Let's go.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll take a knee. It's a touchdown.
We're not going overtime.
Try to put together this final drive. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. These corners backing off a bit. Trying to find his man on first down.
Second, let's go.
Make some havoc and get the sack. Timeout is called with just a single second left. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. He's looking for a man on second down.
Let's go!
Close to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it. The wins keep piling up, and the stakes get higher along with it as this squad remains unbeaten on the season.
Stakes get higher,
Just
the
put the
pressure
goal.
starts to mount. Those rivalry games come up late in the season a lot of times for people. So this team has been really dominant throughout the season. Jesse, they got a little bit more to go. Can't get too high just yet.
Yeah, so how much more do they have left in the tank? We know this season has taken a toll on them, even though they've looked really good at times. A couple guys have been dinged up mentally, emotionally, physically.